of persons look forward to during the respective season. I recall during the time of former Governor Godswill Akpabio that the tradition, the practice of playing Ekpo, especially within the township areas, was banned as a result of the misdemeanor that was caused by this masquerade who didn't allow people go about their daily activities. And right about now, we've had reports from across different local government areas in Akwa Ibom State, including our very own right here, where Ekpo Masquerade is currently being played. And sometimes you find it difficult to get past the masquerade, even when the bike man or the vehicle where you are in happens to be driven by somebody who is an initiate of the Ekpo Masquerade. Now, how would you react to these infringement of the fundamental rights of the citizenry across the respective local government areas?
Mr. Speaker, this is one issue that I have, over time, re-emphasized that there is need for one to practice what you believe. It is a right. You have the constitutional right to practice what you believe, your faith, and then you don't infringe on other people's rights. I find it so strange that in the 21st century that we are, that Ekpo Masquerade can carry out their practice and they will disrupt other people who are not initiated from doing their own businesses. In fact, at the weekend, I had to engage Mr. Speaker, that is the Speaker of the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Andek Ambassi, who is on Odwan, and he said he's not in the state. And I asked, are you aware that your community, that presently about 4 communities in Odwan, cannot, the businesses have been like other lockdown. That is, you talk about Eman Urwan, Ifeyong Urwan, Idu Urwan, and Biakong Urwan. These are the areas that host the Le Meridian, that is the Ibom Icon Hotel, an edifice of the state government. And we're talking about development. How can people who, the community that host such kind of a gigantic edifice, a beautiful edifice, can go on lockdown because of Ekpo Masquerade practice? And I drove around the community. It was quiet. I drove down there to Le Meridian, to Ibom Icon, and I came back. And even people who do businesses on the highway, their shops were closed. And they said, except those who are initiate, who must tie wrapper, showing that they are in the spirit of the Ekpo Masquerade before their shops could be opened. Now, strangers who are living there are to remain indoors. The ones who own shops on the highway and within the community, who are strangers, who are not initiated, are to remain indoors. To worsen the matter, women are not allowed to go out. Women are to remain completely indoor. You don't go to anywhere for the 2 weeks of the practice. And this is happening in Uyo Metropolis, where we are saying we want development. And not just that, even in back in Etoi clan, you have it. And why is it so? Let me give you a story of what happened in my community, where I'm from, Ekam, in Barenim. We used to have a similar practice. People like myself and others came up, and we have to abolish it. Because you have churches within the community, you have people who don't believe in it. I am a title holder in Ibibio land, and I don't believe that a practice that one upholds, like the Ekpo practice, can make the community to be locked down. Now we are hosting the state-owned university. If we are practicing Ekpo, and then women, strangers will remain indoors, what happens to the students who are coming to live in our community? So, because we have abolished such harmful practice and such unlawful practice, today our community is liberated and developed. So I am calling on the House of Assembly, I'm calling on the law enforcement agencies to ensure that this practice is abolished, so that the people who are living, who are not the initiate of this Ekpo Masquerade, will be allowed. Last time I was here already on this program, someone phoned in from Ibom and complained the same thing. And I am saying that there has been a complete, I think I recall over that government abolished it, banned it, but it's lack of enforcement. What happens to the DPOs of these areas? Have they been able to arrest any Ekpo Masquerade? Or have they been able to enforce it? Or has the government come up with a policy to completely outlaw this practice? Ekpo can be practiced, but don't use it to infringe on the right of other persons who are not initiated of the Ekpo Masquerade.
Indeed, Ekpo can be practiced, and of course, every other traditional practices can be done, but the